welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing a thrift flip that I have not done before, and that is thrift flipping some fabric I got from the thrift store, which you're probably thinking it's probably not a thrift flip because it's from scratch, but it's thrifted the fabric, so is it a thrift flip? I don't know. Well, you can call it whatever you want. It's a thrift flip or a DIY or tutorial. I don't know what this video is called, but anyways, I thrifted this fabric from the thrift store a few months ago. I got a whole bunch here, like a good amount. So I thought, hey, there's a lot of fabric here, so I can do a two-piece because I've been wanting to thrift a two-piece for forever and I just haven't been successful. So I decided I'm gonna thrift some fabric and make a two-piece. So that is the plan today. I am pumped. You should be pumped. Everyone should be pumped. So let's begin. Okay, so the first thing I did was sketch out kind of the design that I was going for, you know, just a tank and a wrap skirt. Lucky for me, I watched a YouTube video and they showed me how to do the wrap skirt, so I'll link the video down below of where I learned how to do this wrap skirt. And then for the top, I just created that own pattern by myself. Okay, so for the bottom, the skirt, I decided that I wanted to change it and just make a rectangle and not have a kind of angle because you already get kind of an angle when you make it. The measurements, I took my hips and I times it by 1.5, and then for the length, I took the length and then I added 4 inches, and then for the straps, I did it 3 or 4 inches by 35 inches. I didn't really do it by 35 inches, but you'll see the straps ended up being too long, so do it by 35 inches. Okay, so I have all my fabric here and we're gonna be doing the wrap skirt first. So I know that the wrap skirt needs to be around 59 inches for me, so I'm just gonna measure that out. And now we're gonna do the length of it. And I know my length of the skirt is 21 inches. So I'm just gonna take a corner here and I'm just gonna measure out 21 inches. And I'm just gonna do a nice little snippet there. Lucky for me, mine kind of has like this texture that's actually like squares and lines, so I know exactly where I need to cut on the line, so I don't need to draw anything out. But I am just gonna cut that all the way down now and get this long rectangle. Okay, so now we have 2 pieces now. So this is the skirt, so I'm gonna put this on the side for now, and we're gonna just do the straps quickly before we put all this fabric away. So I'm gonna be doing the exact same length of the skirt for the straps, and I am just gonna be cutting it 3 inches wide. I need to sharpen my scissors. They are dull, but I don't know how to sharpen shears, so don't know if that's ever gonna happen. I did not measure this fabric to make sure I had enough for the top and bottom, so that would be very, very disappointing if I got to the top and it was like, oh no, we don't have enough fabric. Do I want to measure it out before I even start the skirt? Not really. I'll just risk it for the biscuit. Okay, so the first thing we are gonna do is we're gonna put this big rectangle aside and we are gonna work on these straps. I am just gonna fold it in half horizontally like a hot dog bun. I feel like you said that in school. I feel like that's where I learned it. Did they say that in sewing class in high school? I don't know, but you fold it like a oh, maybe that's with paper. Fold it like a hot dog and then like a hamburger the other way for an 8.5 by 11 paper. I don't know where I got that from. Anyways, we're gonna fold it like a hot dog bun and you're just gonna fold it in half and you're gonna take your pins and you're just gonna pin it. Sew the strap. So I'm just going to show you quickly. I'm sewing the top here and then I'm going to sew all the way down the strap to the end, and I'm going to leave the other side open because we got to flip it inside out, if y'all know what I mean. Hopefully you do. Now we got our straps done, and now we gotta turn them inside out, which technically you're supposed to use a tool for these so you can like thread it through and then it's really easy to put them inside out. But I didn't buy that, so I'm gonna have to use a pencil. I'm pretty sure a pencil will work. And what I'm doing is I'm taking the side where we sewed along there, so it is closed, and I am just gonna put the pencil in the middle, and then I'm just gonna try to thread the fabric around it and push it down. This might take a while. No. Oh, it's working. Ha ha ha. Oh gosh, this is such a long strap. And there's 2 of them. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be a while. I can't believe how well this is working. Oh my gosh. I'm such a genius. Oh my gosh. It's like a big long snake. Pull that out. And then we gotta do the next one. And you haven't already noticed, I am not a professional seamstress by any means. I am just someone who likes to try and make things. So yeah, just saying, did I do something wrong? It's because I'm not a professional, I'm not a teacher, I'm none of the above. So we got these 2 things. I'll have to iron them before we sew them on, but we're gonna throw that over there, and we're gonna start on the actual skirt now. You can't really see me now, but that's okay. So to know where we're gonna put the darts, we're gonna fold this into 3. So like this, and like this. So we have it like that. So you can see we have 3 pieces here. So we're just gonna fold it like that, and now that we have those done, we got these 2 corners here, one over here, and then one here. And that is where we are gonna be putting the darts. Okay, so each dart is gonna be 2 inches this way when you have it folded. So 4 inches total, but we are just gonna measure that out. So 2 inches, so about here on the line. It is gonna be 10 inches down where you're gonna sew the dart till. So you're gonna go here and you're gonna measure it 10 inches, and that is where you're gonna sew here. So you're gonna have like this imaginary line here. That's the first dart. And then the second dart is over here. We're gonna take this fabric, fold it in so we're not sewing over it. Now we have our 2 points for the darts here. If you open them up, we got the darts. So that is what we're gonna be sewing next. Okay, so those are what the darts look like after we're done. It kind of makes it more angled now, so you know, it'll make your booty look good when you actually do wear the skirt. But aside from the darts, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna be doing the finish around the whole bottom and the sides. So what I'm gonna do for the edge is I'm gonna do a little fold here, and then I'm gonna fold it over again, and then I'm just gonna pin it down all the way around and then sew it. Let's sew this now. My bobbin ran out of thread. We are almost done. We are just putting the straps on and then we can get to the top. Oh my gosh. This is exciting. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take the edge that is unfinished on the strap. I hope I don't sound like a teacher. Do I sound like a teacher? I hope not, but anyways. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put that there. So we're gonna fold over and then fold again like that so it looks nice and pretty. And then we're gonna take our pins and we're doing this backwards like last time where you probably should iron first and then pin it, but I'm lazy and I'm gonna do it this way because I feel like doing it this way. So there. Okay, so now that's pinned on there, and now we are just gonna continue this over and just pin the whole top and then we're gonna iron it, and then we go sew it, and then we are done. Okay, I forgot to trim these darts. So you see the dart here? What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna trim it with my scissors here, and then eventually I will iron it open, and then I could do a little zigzag, but I am just trimming this quickly just because I forgot to do it right after. Gucci. There we go. So now it can be open like that when we go and we do our band here. So I'm just gonna do it to the other side quickly. On, and I think it looks pretty dang good. I think it is cute. I don't know. What do you think? I think it's cute. And I love the fabric with this. It gives like a nice texture. So I'm really happy with it. But there is one thing. These straps are just too dang long. Like I tied it in a bow and they're dragging on the ground still, which I don't know how that even happens. So it's probably my fault. I don't know. But there is a simple solution to this. We just chop them off. And then we use this excess 10 feet of string here for the straps of my tank I'm gonna be making next. Good plan, good plans. Okay, because I'm lazy, I'm gonna keep the skirt off and I'm just gonna cut them right here, and then I'm gonna sew it after when I'm doing the top. So I think about here, like do it like this, the bow every time. I'm just gonna chop it right here. Well, one strap. And now, this is what it looks like. Super cute, so I'm gonna keep it like that.
Okay, now for the top. The pattern for the top is real simple. All it is a rectangle and some straps. So for the rectangle, you're gonna measure your bust and then you're gonna add 10 inches and that's gonna be the width. And then for the length, you're gonna take your desired length that you want and you're gonna add 4 inches. And then for the 4 straps, remember there's 4, you're gonna take 20 inches long and then you're gonna do 3 or 4 inches width, depending like how thick you want your straps.
Okay, so my measurements for the top is 12 by 44. So 44, that's pretty long. It's like the whole thing again, which crazy just for a tube top. Guess so. I calculated it, so it has to be 12 inches would be there. I'll just rip it a bit, measure tad bit more. Okay, I think that's about 12 inches now. Good enough. I gotta do my magic and just cut this whole thing again. Okay, so we got this. So this is gonna be like a tube top like this. After we got this little part for the top, we gonna need straps. So I already have some straps because I was so prepared and just made them extra long on my skirt, so I just chopped them off. And now they're good for the top. So we're gonna take our scrap fabric here. Yeah, we're gonna do it 20 inches. I think 20 inches will be long enough for each strap. So I'm just gonna do 20 just because I don't want them too long, the straps at the top, like I mentioned. So I'm just gonna do 20 length. So it's gonna go about here. And I'm also gonna do 2 of them because I need 2, one for the front, one for the back, and I already have 1 strap. So I have to do the other strap. So rip this whole thing. So now we have it 20 inches long. So now I'm just gonna do the 4 inches away. So I'm just gonna trim this one first. I could be using my sewing gauge, but I guess a tape measure works too. Okay, let's do these straps first. So again, we're doing the hot dog style where we just fold it in half and pin it. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the actual portion of the tank, you know, like the tube portion. So I have here the fabric that we just cut, and we're gonna work on the very top of it, and we're gonna add some elastic in there and then also do a nice hem. But now that I'm looking at this, I kinda like the fraying look and just like the, you know, the natural end of the fabric here. So I might actually leave it. I'm not sure yet. I think that would look cute, but we'll have to see. But I just thought I'd point that out, that I might leave it. But before we get into the elastic, I'm gonna need to sew the sides together. So what I did is I just folded it together, and I'm just gonna pin it together, and then we're gonna just sew a straight line. So this is actually like a tube top first. Now that we have like this tube top thing going on, we are gonna work on the top, and we're gonna put an elastic in there to make it nice and tight so it doesn't fall down and it looks cute. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a little fold over, and then we're gonna do a big fold over because we want it big enough so this elastic can go through after. But I would, you know, be on the side of cautious. I have mine about 1.5 inches, and a 1 inch elastic is gonna go inside. So now that we have this opened, we're gonna sew, but before I get on the sewing machine and start sewing this, I gotta mention you gotta leave about a 2-inch gap here. I'm gonna do it right here where the seam is, and I'm just gonna start from one side, sew all the way around, and then end on this side and leave that 2 inches there. The reason why I'm gonna leave this 2 inches open is because I have to thread this elastic through, and if I sew it all the way around, then there's not gonna be any hole to put the elastic through. Next, we're gonna take our elastic and we're gonna measure it. So I'm gonna measure it just above, you know, your boobs. I'm just gonna say your boobs. You're gonna measure it just above here because this is where the top is going to sit. So I'm just measuring it about here. You don't want it too tight, but you know, comfortable. So I'm gonna have it about here. And I'm just gonna trim that. You're gonna take a large safety pin and you're gonna put it through the elastic, get it on there. And then once you have this, you're gonna go through that hole that we left and you're gonna thread it through here. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna put it through there, and you're just gonna try to feed it all the way around the top of the top. Yeah, I don't know. But make sure that you don't pull it too much so this goes all the way through, because then you're gonna have to restart. Okay, so now that I have the elastic all the way through the top of the shirt now, I'm gonna go ahead and sew it. But before I do that, you wanna make sure that it's not like bunched up or, you know, folded over the elastic, that it's all sitting well in there before you sew it. Check that before you sew. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take these two elastics and I'm gonna overlap them just probably about 1 inch, and then I'm just gonna sew a line, probably like a box, just 2 lines, and just make sure that they're securely together and they won't break. This looks so cute. I absolutely love it with just this kind of frayed edge at the bottom. I'm just gonna leave it. I was originally gonna have this band at the top and the bottom, but now that I look at it, I'm gonna leave it. I think that's so, so cute. Yeah, gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave them at 20 inches long each, and I'm just gonna sew them on here. It's pretty simple. I'm gonna leave this one kind of line in the back where we actually sewed the tube together. So I'm gonna leave that there at the very back. So I kind of just placed it in the middle, and I am just gonna place these now. So I want this one kind of in the middle of the line to this side of the line, kind of put it there, and I'm just gonna pin it on here. I'm gonna do the same on this side. Make sure you're pinning actually the raw end and not the good, nice hemmed end. So here's what the straps look like on the tank, and I think they're good like width apart. I don't know. I think they're pretty good. So I'm gonna leave them at this. I'm just gonna sew them all onto the top, and then after that, I get to finally show you how the whole outfit looks together, so let's finish these straps up. Okay, for the last step. Previously, I measured this 1/4 inch elastic around kind of my chest area, and then that's how I got it, and then I just sewed it so it was a nice circle all together. And then here I am just pinning it to my top, and I'm just pinning it closer to the bottom where I want it to be cinched. And then I'm just pinning it to the front and then the back, and that's it. And then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to just be stretching the elastic around it, and then that's how I'm going to be sewing it. Okay, for the sewing, it's a little tricky to get the hang of it, but it's really, really easy once you do. So what I did is I just did a few stitches just at the very back, and then once I got that little elastic all cinched and ready on the fabric, all I did was I'm pulling the elastic super, super tight so it's nice and flat on the fabric, and I'm just doing that all the way around. What I'm doing is I'm making sure elastic is flat all the way to the front half, so there's no excess fabric or there's excess elastic, you know, into the front needle that I pinned down. And then once that's good, you're going to just pull it all the way tight again, and then you're going to sew from the front middle to the back middle of where we started. That is all for today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed this thrift flip, and if you did, let me know down in the comments below. And if you do attempt to create this thrift flip, you know, tag me on Instagram at Jenna Phipps, because I love to see you all of your guys' creations. But yeah, that's it. So I want to say thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.